Have you ever wondered where the cast of Ginny and Georgia started off? Can you guess which cast members pretty much became a celebrity overnight? Stay tuned to find out. Since Ginny and Georgia came to our screens earlier this year, fans have been loving following the journey of the young mother and daughter duo as they moved to a new town in an attempt to start a new life. But how much do we really know about this cast? Antonia Gentry as Ginny Miller. Before being cast as Ginny, did anyone even know who Antonia Gentry was? It's hard to believe, but taking on the role of Ginny was actually Antonia's big break. Like many young actors, she started out performing in school plays and little performances for family and friends. As a child, she briefly attended the Davidson Fine Arts School in Augusta, which reminded her how much she just loves to perform. If you're a sucker for a good Netflix show, then you won't be surprised to know that Antonia has been seen on the platform twice before. Although the roles were much smaller than her role as Ginny, Antonia played small but substantial parts in the Netflix dramas Candy Jar and Raising Dion. As soon as Antonia graduated back in 2019, she was ready to become Netflix's next rising star. If you're doing the math, you may work out that Antonia is just a little older than the character she plays on Ginny and Georgia. In real life, Antonia is actually 23. We know it isn't uncommon for shows to cast older actors to play younger characters, but there's a staggering 8 years age difference between Antonia and her on-screen character, Ginny. Some people are just gifted with youth, and Antonia is certainly using hers for the better. While Antonia hasn't yet been confirmed to take on any new roles, we're sure it won't be long until she's storming the industry and becomes one of the most sought-out young actors. But how has this sudden rise to fame affected her? Like the majority of the world, Antonia took to Instagram as a platform to share all her acting adventures. Having only started her account back in 2017, just 2 years before she graduated from Emory, it's no surprise that from the beginning she's had a rather large online following that has only grown. Since premiering as Ginny, Antonia has secured 1.3 million followers after having less than 100 posts. Like many young stars, Antonia has taken to use Instagram to keep us up to date about her work and personal life. Aside from there being loads of Ginny and Georgia pics, which we always love to see, there are several of Antonia just loving life and seemingly having a lot of fun. She also uses Instagram as a place to share all her latest about her love life. Cue many adorable photos with her partner, Ezra Pounds. Aren't they just the cutest? Right now, Antonia really seems to have it all sorted, and we can't wait to see what she does next. Brianne Howie as Georgia Miller. As for the other star of the hit Netflix show, you won't be surprised to know that her face is a little more familiar. Very much like her co-star Antonia, Brianne decided to finish her education before really making it big. Also, like her on-screen daughter, Brianne was one for the arts and graduated from Flint Ridge Sacred Heart Academy in 2007, and then from New York's University Tisch School of the Arts in 2011 with a degree in fine arts. While we all agree that we're glad Brianne chose to branch out into acting, we definitely all love to see some of her other art one day. Deciding to go for it and live her on-screen dreams, Brianne kept going, taking small parts here and there until finally landing the recurring role of Emily in the series The Middle. From there, she started landing role after role, and her career really was a steady uphill climb. Aside from her latest Netflix success, she's most known for her roles in the series Batwoman, Dollface, and The Passage. But for her to really become a household name, it took her to be cast as one of the leading ladies in Ginny and Georgia. Now with the series out, and hopefully a season 2 in the mix, Brianne's name has been more spoken than ever before. Starring in a hit Netflix show must be good for some street credit, right? While some actors might at first be cautious about taking on a role that could forever label them as the mom character, Brianne took it all in stride from day one and made sure that the character of Georgia is also really fun and the type of adult everyone would want to be friends with. Now, can you guess how old Brianne is compared to her character? Unlike her co-star Antonia, 31-year-old Brianne is far closer to her on-screen age and is actually 1 year older than her character Georgia. While some may think it's strange that she can pretend to be a mother of a girl who in real life is only 7 years younger than her, these two make it work in the best way possible. Another thing you should probably know about Brianne is just how much she loves to travel. No wonder she chose to follow a career where she never has to sit still. Like most of us, Brianne uses the power of social media to share her travel adventures with fans all across the world. Already having a good following before landing her latest role, it's no surprise that as soon as being announced to play Georgia, her social media skyrocketed, landing her 1.1 million Instagram followers. While using the platform to promote her work and post many cute photos with her on-screen daughter, Brianne uses the new feature section on Instagram to show off all her amazing travels. And of course, her social media isn't just for work and travel. She still posts plenty of adorable pictures with her fiancé and favorite dog, Bodhi. With the winning combination of travel and home life pictures, Brianne's social media is really where it's at. While she hasn't been officially cast in anything else yet, we're sure that it won't be long at all until she lands her next big role. Felix Mallard is Marcus Baker. And now for one of the guys who's considered to be the biggest heartthrobs on set. But where did Felix Mallard come from? If any Aussie fans out there think he looks familiar, then you'd be right. Our very own Felix Mallard, who plays Marcus Baker, actually began his acting career in 2014 when he starred as Ben Fitzgerald, in the hit soap Neighbours. What a show to start off with. He certainly began his career with a bang. Although his first role on Neighbours was initially just a 3-week part, after graduating from high school, Felix decided to make acting his goal and do it full-time. Soon enough, he went to Neighbours and became a series regular. And if that's not impressive enough, over the next 4 years, he appeared in nearly 500 episodes. Wow, Felix really doesn't waste any time. Like several of his co-stars, acting isn't all that Felix has a talent for. Did you know that he loves music? After picking up a guitar when he was a child, Felix just loved creating new sounds, and he also started playing piano when he was 10. If this cast is anything, they're certainly talented in more than just acting. Knowing how much Felix loves music, how he got his big role is pretty unbelievable. Like many actors on the rise, after leaving Neighbours, Felix decided to make the move to LA and try to make it in Hollywood. After just 2 short months of living there, he landed a role in the CBS comedy Happy Together after a very interesting phone call. It turns out that one of the producers on the show, none other than One Direction's Harry Styles, had seen and loved his previous work and wanted to personally invite him to come aboard the show. When asked about it in an interview, Felix said, "The voice says, 'Hi, it's Harry.' I was like, 'What?' He just said, 'I wanted to let you know that I like your stuff and I really hope you come on board.' He was so sweet and courteous, and it was wonderful to talk to him. I hung up, turned to my housemates, and said, 'That was Harry Styles.' They totally freaked out." Harry Styles is clearly one to spot talent, as Felix has been as popular as ever for the entirety of his career to date. Again, being one to keep up with his social media, the young Aussie actor has a whopping 2.8 million followers and posts everything from music, set life, and some hot new headshots. This guy certainly has a lot going for him, and it won't be long until he's snapped up for another amazing opportunity. But what's known of his on-screen sister, Maxine Baker? Sarah Weisglass as Maxine Baker. Very much like Brianne, Sarah Weisglass is certainly no stranger to living life in the spotlight. Sarah secured her first breakout role at the age of 7 when she was cast in the role of Geordie Cooper in the TV series Overruled. For the next 3 years, Sarah got to live her child acting dream and really became a child star. As she grew up, Sarah continued to go for the big roles, and in 2013, she joined the cast of the award-winning Canadian drama Degrassi. This really sent Sarah from being known to well-known and loved as she became the one and only Frankie Hollingsworth until the series ended in 2015. But only a year later, the series progressed to Degrassi Next Class, and Sarah was invited back to continue her journey as Frankie. This role was really the one to put her on the map, and even earned her a nomination for a Young Entertainers Award. Go Sarah! The same as the rest of her fellow co-stars on Ginny and Georgia, Sarah loves a good Instagram post, and over the years has secured 1.2 million followers. With a following like that and so many shows behind her, we can only imagine where she'll go next. So are you surprised how new to the acting scene Antonia was? How about Harry Styles giving Felix his first Hollywood role? We'd love to know all your thoughts in the comments down below.